Is that on? Is it working? Just test sound. Just test sound. Okay, I can close you down. Test the chat. There you go. So I can't remember what I was shown on my last video, but what's new in this is we've got moving objects now. And how you move them is that you put down some arrows and that directs the object's path. So these objects, all of them that can kill a player on the same parent hazard. And on the hazard, I just said, hey, if you've got is moving equals true, we can move. And you've got a direction you can go, up, down, left, right. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to introduce, instead of having an arrow, a rotation thing. So you could have it so maybe it would rotate halfway towards its destination, so it would do some, just like some cool pathing. I added a wall slide, but this is experimental only. We've got any to see. Hey Chevy, mate. first and only though. Boink. Well, that's my wall slide anyway. I can turn it off just by not holding it. I haven't got any like particles which it needs or sound effects. And also watch, you can kind of go really fast and then just stop. I don't like that. I think it should kind of, if it should get your momentum and then lerp to a slowdown. So on this one, really what I want to do is, what do I want to do? I need to focus more on the player death. So right now, if he dies, he just disappears. I want to have it so he has bits of him explode. This is just a generic death. And then put a check in saying, hey, because I don't want it to interfere with, like, hitting Saw. So for example, I wouldn't want parts of his bodies to fly off when you can see his body moving. It just wouldn't look right. So I've got to go, right, you've touched the Saw. Then, if it's already got a death, don't show the generic one, but do the blood. It'd be weird. Isn't there a 2D path? Yeah, there is, but it's much quicker and easier for me to just place the arrows down. And also my level editor as well. Can you imagine trying to do messing around with it like that? It would just be a nightmare. I think I use the 2D pathing in the game, but it's for something, I can't remember what it's for. Hey Yash, how you doing, mate? I don't think I've seen you in here before, so welcome, man. Let me know if the sound's okay, because I can't tell. I tried listening and it all sounds too quiet to me. Right, so I'm glad to find the body parts. I know we've got body parts of the character somewhere. It should be in here. I've got that weird magician thing to put in yet. It's such a bad animation, I need to sort that out. I've got the bridge stuff, I've got an eyeball that should chase you. That's my own work. See, I rarely do pixel art, but I do like that one. Compared to my other stuff, it's better. Oh, I did this as well. Although you can't see the sparks, that's pointless. Okay. So I'm looking for body parts. Where do I put them? Maybe they're not. Oh, there we are. So player sprites, player body parts. Don't tell me I've already put. Yeah, I've already put them in here. Okay, well that's good news. Although the only issue is that he's kind of, his HUD isn't up anymore. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not that much of an issue. Spine, legs. So really, I'll just pick like maybe 4 of these randomly and then just let it explode. Please don't hate me, but where's your screen chat? Oh man, yeah. See, everyone's, you can't win. Like people like I don't like it, other people that you do. I'm like, there's nowhere I can put it where it's not distracting, but I'll put it up. I think people prefer it though. I've noticed most people do. I think it's like more like interactive. I personally would rather have it off when I'm watching people stream, but I'm cool with having it on. Chat box. Plop. Oh, does it? It is on there. You might want to put something in chat just to see. There it is. So that's interesting. It doesn't update if it's invisible. I always thought it's there so it'd update. Thing is, you're using Restream so people chatting from elsewhere can't see. Oh yeah, that's quite true. Yeah, that's actually really true. Because sometimes I'll just be talking to someone on YouTube and people are like, who the hell's he talking to? But yeah, good try. So people said that it would actually be better, not people, but someone said it would be better if I put it there. What do you reckon? And the reason is because it wouldn't be over any like stuff they're following with. So I'm just going to trial it there for the moment. If it gets in the way, it gets in the way. What? So how would I want to do this? See, there's 2 ways I'm thinking about with the body parts. How I did it in Game Maker is I had him explode and I put in my own physics for it. Very simple physics, basically randomly go out in directions and it will blurb up if it's going up and then eventually it would fall down. And then when it touches the environment at the bottom, it would just stop on top of it. But then I think I would have to have add rotation. See, Game Maker has this weird thing which I did like. You could kind of do per pixel collision, but they did it really fast. Whereas Godot, it's a little bit more tricky for it. What you could do is give it its own screen space, especially since you're not playing the game. Yeah, I might do. Because then that would really get in the way there if I did that. You know, with it being transparent, it's kind of like you can see, kind of, it's there but it's not. I'll have to look into it. I mean, I'm not taking all this too serious, because if I do, then I start to not enjoy it. Whew. Yeah, I'm going to do the player death thing now. I've just got to figure out a way to do it. So I'm going to make... a parent body part. That way I'm not having to redo this over and over again. And it's going to be... I'm thinking I might even do it in rigid body. I just don't know. Yeah, because I'd have to do it rigid... Yeah, I'm doing rigid body just to... for a laugh, isn't it? I might need your help with this, Chevy, for the rigid body. Hey, Himanshu, how you doing, man? Good to see you here again. Other node, and I'm going to say... rigid. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed, but you can see it's 2D script. There's no 3D on this, so it means that it's not getting confused. You know, you're not having to look through loads of things. I really recommend doing it. If you don't know how to do that, it's in Manage Editor Features. I've made my own. My name is Steve, so it's called Steve, and you can turn bits and parts off on the editor. I know Chevy will know, but people who watch this video later, if you do, it's there. And it just makes my life so much easier. And it's one of those things at first you don't really notice it until you put it back on and all the stuff's there. And you're like, oh god, it's actually kind of gets in the way. I might turn that off because I don't use it. I'm going to call it body part. Player body part. I'm trying to think of my naming conventions, just make sure I've not used this in a while. Yeah, that's right. It's going to need a sprite because it's not animated. I don't want animation on there. It's going to need a collision body. See, this is where it gets a bit rough because my head's is not going to be a cylinder, is it? That's just... yeah, okay, I'm going to go cylinder. And by default, I'm just going to have the sprite as the head. Explode. I think I'm going to use the head explode rather than the head. Nice. Another thing I've got to worry about as well is the sizing. I don't want to have to make... like, I don't want to do one per body thing. I want something to be generic enough where I can get away with it. I'll send a quick mock-up you could look at in Discord. Nice one. Hey, Jakarta, how you doing, man? I just spell that. Did I say that wrong? I said T, didn't I? Is it Jerka? Oh, mate, I'm butchering names. Jerka? I need to take English classes again. Body part. So let me just save this in my objects. Actually, it's going to be in my parent because we're going to use... So my parents go here. Object. Parents. Body part. Save. I'm just going to put it into the game just to see what it looks like. Just put it here. Now the issue is with a rigid body, my player could kind of like interact with it. Oh, that's weird. I didn't react at all how I thought it was going to. Oh, it's moving around violently. Okay, what have I done wrong there? I thought it would just fall and land on this body here. Crows haven't got anything on them, so it's not that. Could it be the grass? Because it was floating, wasn't it? I just thought it would just fall. Do I have to add mass or something to it? Oh, I know what I've done. This is one thing about Godot I hate a lot. You forget you've selected on something, so it just adds it. I really don't like that. Because I always do it, even though I've been using Godot for a year, I still do that. It'd be nice if there was a way you could just turn it off, maybe. Yeah, that's how I would want it. I mean, it falls a little bit. Not that great. Bloop. Whoa. Yeah, the wall slide's not... To be honest, the wall slide is fantastic for this part, because this part is a nightmare without it. I notice you can still double jump up really quickly as well, so you wouldn't have to do slowdown. That's why I didn't have wall sliding, because I was worried it'll just keep latching on when I don't want it to, but just messing around with it just now, it seems alright. I just sent you a quick mock-up on how you could... Nice one, thanks mate. Yeah, got ya. That's pretty much... Oh, now I get it. Sorry mate, I had a slow one. I was thinking you meant its own box as in on top, but you know, you mean like yeah, so you shrink the desktop down and then you'd have nothing there to cover up, right? And then you use your webcam and yeah, actually I think that would be better, definitely. I'll definitely try that out next time though. Thanks, mate. I don't even know why I never thought about that before. It's quite obvious now when you say it. Righto. See, I'm using rigid bodies for his head anyway, so technically I should be able to get away with that. Ah! No. Another thing I've been thinking about as well, when you're running really fast, the blood kind of just explodes like this, but I think I want to get the player's movement direction and then do the blood in the way the player was going, because that makes more sense rather than it just doing the same pattern every single time. I think the blood's a bit big as well. Cool. Right. Can I bring the grass back then? Yeah. So the head's... The head's fine. I mean, we're not going to have loads of rigid bodies. It's going to be... You can see the rigid body, it'll fall, but I'll probably delete it after the death. But I'll fade it out really quickly because I don't like things popping out. Okay. So let's... Now, this isn't going to go in the parents. This is going to go into... player, I guess. Death scripts. It is a death script, technically speaking. So I want to do... What do I want to do? I guess I want to have names of what sprites you have. Do you know what? It makes more sense for this to be an animated sprite, and I can just mess around with the animations then. It's Durk's plays. How did you learn Godot? God, I did it. God, how did I learn Godot? So I was fed up in November. I mean, it's a long-winded story here. Fed up of Game Maker because I went from XNA to Unity to Game Maker, then back to Unity very briefly, then to Godot, and that was back in December 2019. And I was just fed up with all the other engines, so I tried this engine because someone said, you know, it doesn't do the things I was complaining about. And the first week, I was just kind of messing about. Like, I was doing C# in Godot as well, so I was learning, I was looking for resources, and there wasn't that many. And it was mostly from YouTube tutorials and some written stuff, but mostly YouTube tutorials. I'll just put in, like, C# Godot platformer on YouTube and then see how that worked. And because I already had quite a lot of experience in C# and other stuff, it came a little bit more natural for me. You see, my first YouTube videos were actually C# based, but then more people asked me how you do it in Godot and GD scripts, so I thought I'll go down that route then. How about you? Have you learned Godot yet?
Just houseless.
New shows like
Sorry, I waffled on there.
I'll see you there.
And Grownish starring Yara Shahidi.
Body part. So I've done that.
Series you
I
love,
want to
like
make a
16
new
seasons of Grey's
animation.
Anatomy.
We need to calm down.
And over 300 episodes of Family Guy.
I want to
There's
save
more to
this.
discover with Star.
I'm ready.
Only on Disney Plus.
My
18+
animations.
subscription required. T's and C's apply.
Because I could potentially have been quite a few creatures that explode, so it's player body parts. Save. And then I guess I'm just going to label them 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because that way it'll be easier just to call on them. Hey, Jack, man. I've been waiting for you to come in. It's been... How you doing, man? Long time I no see you. Ah, okay, it sounds like you had fun adventure. I'm 16 years old and I'm still learning. Your videos helped a lot. That's awesome to hear, mate. I just don't comment because it isn't my jam. Fair play. Like, I never ask, like you'll notice in my videos, I'll never ask anyone to like. I'll never ask people to subscribe. It's just, hey, here's how you do this. Bye. You know, I'm not trying to be a YouTuber or anything like that. I'm just enjoy messing about, you know. I've been good. Nice. I'm happy to hear that, Jack, mate. What have you been up to? You still doing web dev, yeah? I think I mentioned you actually to a lad called Def Venom that came in because he's more web based. You know, like I think he did a Python as well. Where's my body parts? There. So it's quite a lot. I've also got 2 heads, which I'm a little bit worried about. Although one head you can't really tell it's a head. I think we'll get away with it. So I'm gonna go from the top. Actually, would it be better just to do it as I just put them all in one thing, couldn't I? Yeah. I can just do that. Plop. And then I can make sure that when I do spawn these, I'll just say, yeah, play the body animation, but only frame 1, only frame 2. So that way it's like a sprite. Python and web, good to hear, mate. Hey, is it my? I'm gonna butcher your name. I know the debate bit. I can do the debate. Is it Gerrit or Gerrit? Because I'm thinking about the. I think I might think of The Witcher 3 now. Yeah, I feel dirty saying it like and subscribe, but what everyone says is some people generally it doesn't matter. Some people generally don't remember to do it. Even when they're enjoying the content. Yeah, I mean, my motto is, it's like, I don't want to have to be going, hey, like, subscribe, you know, remember to. It's like, if they really, really wanted to, like, yeah, it's common sense, right? Oh, I really like that video. I'll like. Some people, you might give them a bit of a push, but I don't want to have to push anyone. I want it to be natural. If they do like it, great. If they don't, they don't. To me, it's just a number. It really is. Like, when people are talking to people, like, in Discord, that's where it becomes a bit more personal. Did I say it wrong? You know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm so tired of not getting anyone's name right. I'm gonna see about pronunciation. Oh, come on. Normally there's there we go. Is it German? Die sprechen die Deutsch?
Gerhard.
Oh crap, I can't hear because of my music.
Gerhard.
Gerhard.
Gerhard. Gerhard.
Gerhard. That sounds like a British guy saying it though. Gerhard. So what's everyone working on at the moment? Is everyone in here, I'm assuming, is Godot? Or is it... Because a lot of people I know are just looking at Godot as maybe I might try it. If you're on the fence, no matter what engine you're in, I'd say give it a go. Even now, if you're into 3D, I'd say give it a go. Because before, I'd be like, if you're into 3D, I wouldn't even look at Godot. But with the new Vulkan renderer, I really would look at it now. Part. Nope, South African. Thanks for the look up. No, it's alright, mate. I'm sorry I butchered it. You know, I'm typical English people, right? We know one language, we don't thingy. So, do you speak Afrikaans then? Because I know someone was saying about that the other day about it. It's like Dutch, German, lots of languages in one. It sounds well complicated. I always wanted to go to South Africa, actually, Cape Town. I know it's like the most common place, but you see, yeah, Elvis. I call you Elvis, but it's not, is it? Is it Evis? Oh mate, why has everyone got such difficult names? What happened to John? Oh, did you update? I'm sorry, mate. No, I haven't actually. No. I'm gonna though. Not right now, because obviously, if it does mess with anything, it shouldn't do. It's Godot's fun. See, that's one thing about love about Godot. Every single update I've had has not messed anything up, and that is awesome. It's rare. Although I'm expecting version 4 to go crazy. See, it's not going to work. I don't think having a cylinder shape for every single object at all is going to work. Let me see. I mean, it's only going to land very briefly. You know, it's all going to be quick. So I'm just going to go for the smallest giblet. I think that's that dude. Just see if we can get away with this. I mean, it'll look like it's floating on top a bit, but it'll have blood coming out of it, so it should disguise it. Then we're going to have the player's head looks like it's going through the ground, I would imagine. Damn. I don't know how I can get around this, to be honest. I thought it was all centered as well, but, you know, like everything would be shown right in the center. Because they're all different sizes, it just makes my life a little bit harder. Now, the other way I could do it is go, instead of doing this one object and you can use it for multiple parts, is just make each part its own object. You know, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to put it in as is, and then I can worry about that another time. It says every code ever. Actually, that was Cyberpunk's 2077's motto on it. We'll do it another time. You don't have to at the moment. Change the shape at runtime. Yeah, that's one thing I was thinking, but then it just makes, you know, doing it all by code. I might as well just make individual objects. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, actually no. I'm getting distracted. I'm just going to put it in like that, and what I'm going to do is, where's the player? So when he dies, we have something called, where is it? It's called kill player. So that's where I do the blood. I probably should have something in here that passes down saying, yeah. I'll do that later on, but right now any death will spawn the parts. So maybe I should have, why can't I click on it? Oh yeah. Because I always want to spawn blood no matter what. How many body parts? What are they? There's 12. Right. I want to make sure that we've got pack scene. I like to do my pack scenes this way. Rather than having to load them in, it just loads them in. Quicker way. I think this is quicker. Save, and then in your play you want to am I I doing something? What am I doing wrong here? Yeah, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do the body parts, and then each one, like so, for example, let me just show you at the bottom. So you know that I is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 11, right? And if you look at my animation here, 0 to 11, so I just make sure that, hey, spawn this body part, make the frame I. And that way it'll make sure every single one will be individual. It's just quicker. I think it's quicker. The only oh, this is a weird thing with Godot as well. I really don't like. You can't see stuff because whatever. That's when I miss C#, because C# you can have multiple errors and it will show you every single one rather than one will block everything in Godot, which I think is a bit weird. Not going to go back to C# though. I do still use it, but only for more complicated stuff. Like I'll use it for Steam API, and that's about it really. Objects, parents. Probably don't need to be in parent anymore because it's not going to be a parent. Doesn't matter. Won't worry about it enough time. I think it's quicker, mate. It might be slower. We'll see. I'm not expecting this to work first time because you know it's me. And it's a rigid body 2D equals. So if you're new to Godot, and you'll probably be used to doing it like this, equals, and then you'd get your body. Oh, I probably shouldn't call it that.
Is your weekly podcast partner,
just call it
UK's biggest hip hop,
body
Afrobeat,
part.
dancehall, and R&B
Because
playlist.
body part,
Every
then you
week,
do an
join me,
instance.
And me, Harry Panera, as we celebrate
And
music and culture with the
that's
biggest
great and
guests
everything, but
on
if
the
you want to
podcast.
then mess around with the rigid body stuff,
Exclusively on
it
Spotify.
won't come up. So the way around that is to cast it into a rigid body, and to do that you would equals body part dot
Stop. Just for a moment.
and then BP dot.
At
Then you can
Dorset
add
Cereals, we believe you deserve a
add
breakfast
forces.
worth
Yeah, so
slowing
now you can
down.
add forces. Now, if you can remember all this from the top of your head, great, but I can't, so I typecast a lot in Godot. I just wish it was default. I wish you could do this.
To give you more time tomorrow morning.
I
to
prefer
join us
that,
at
and I
Dorset
get why
Cereals
they've used var.
for
It's just a
breakfast
preference thing.
On the slow.
Grits, I'm helping you. You won't like this because you're like me, very pro C++, C#. I can actually read what you're saying this time, mate. I didn't realise that those two faces were you. I thought it was Chevy because you've got similar names. Hey, Dragon Soul Touch. Sorry, mate. I am looking at the chat. I just missed it. It's been a while since I caught your stream. Glad to see you back. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know how long for again, but I'm enjoying it, so I'll do it as long as I enjoy it, right? Those faces are Terry Crews. I kind of thought it was. It's really hard to see because I'm on. I was going to show the webcam then, but this screen is 1080p, and that screen is. I don't know what it is, but it's not 1080p. It's that size, whatever that size is. Yeah, that one, which is really kind of annoying, but it's a really small monitor. What you're going to do? So the aspect ratio doesn't even match, so it makes things hard to see on that screen. If anyone wants to give me a 1080p monitor, I'm not going to say no. Hey, Indie Ronnie. Indie Ronan. Have we spoke before? You're not in the Discord server, are you? They fixed the export list crash. Oh yeah, I never used that, so I didn't understand what it is. But yeah, I'm glad they fixed it though. I know it was meant to be quite a big ball ache. What I'm going to do as well, because I really don't like. That does work, right? Yeah. Right, so I've got my body part, and what I'm going to do is bp.get node animation. Oh my god, what was it again? animated sprite. Then we're gonna get the frame equals I. I'm trying to think where else I could do this as well. Probably the same place as that, right? So up.global position equals the global position of this character. I think because they're all going to be on the same point, they should explode. Probably in a bad way. Because it's I don't have to do a get parent. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right. So, will this work automatically? I forgot what my setup was again. Hey, Yanis, how you doing, mate? Hello, hello. Please coffee. Cause a riot, loot a monitor. Hey, who knows? So, I don't know if anyone... If you've seen the last stream or not, but what I was working on was this laser. And what I've introduced as well is being able to move the laser around. So you just place arrows where you want the lasers to go. I've also added so it can do this can happen. You can move any object that can hurt you. So for example, you could move a spike around if you wanted to, or even a pendulum, which I might actually mess around doing, like put a pendulum in the saw and just make it move around the level. I'll do that in a second actually. So, blop, and oh yeah, and I did blood. Oh, Grits, what do you reckon of this? I've got wall sliding. You can let go like that. I mean, it needs tweaking. It's in early infancy at the moment. At first I was like, nah, it just stops the flow, but it doesn't. You can still jump around the level quite quick without worrying about that. Look. Yeah, you can still jump around the level. I don't know why the body's not being added. So it does exist in nowhere though. This is what I was a little bit worried about. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to spawn one. Let's just see if this fixes it. Oh yeah, just keep it at 0 at the moment, that's fine. Wait a minute. Would I have to worry about making the animated sprite be on parts? Because it's going to be on parts by default, right? It's moving fast, yeah. Hey, Merjenko. Can I ask how you would approach an idea that I can't figure out and could go? Yeah, you can ask me anything, mate. Yeah, ask away. Nice. What you could do though is start sliding faster to help with keeping the player moving. Yeah, I know. I mean, what I'm going to do is that'll be too slow for it, but I want it. So if you're falling really fast, you would slide quite quickly, and then slowly you'd go to a point of where you know your maximum. I'd lerp it down so it's more controllable. At the moment it's too sticky, you just stick and stop, and I don't like that, but I like the mechanics, I like the ideas it's given me, because you could fall down, hold on to something and jump across, but it does make the game a lot easier. What do you mean, Anissa, ability to unlock? What is the meaning of life? Believe it or not, it's to reproduce. It's the only thing we share with every other living organism on the planet. It's to reproduce. And apparently people have killed themselves because of that. Like, they realised, oh, actually that is true, and they thought, well, what's the point in living? Which I think is crazy. Yeah, my motto is find a different meaning for you then. I don't think there is a meaning, is there? It's no actual meaning. The only thing we share with everything is to basically pass on our genes, and the next generation does the same thing. At least that's what I think, anyway. Right. Let's try it. I'm a bit worried that it's... Actually, you know what? I'm going to use 11. Come on, wake up. Okay. That's quite a huge graphic. I can't miss that. So... what I need to do is pause it as soon as he dies. Oh, there, a second. Right. Ready. Jump! Oh, pause. Hey, Dragon Soul Touch, my jeans don't fit anymore. Mate, don't get me started. I'm actually on the way losing some weight at the moment. Oh, thanks for the cheer. I don't know what the cheers mean. I'm kind of new to Twitch again. Mr... Oh, mate. Just was about to read your name, it went away. Mr. Just Reborn. Nice one. Thanks, mate, I appreciate it. Right, so we've got the body part. Where is this body part? Okay. That's because I've spawned it inside the player and it's flew off on it. Sorry, Sherry, you did say. That's a little bit annoying. How would I stop that then? I'm just going to experiment with something. X minus equals, I don't know, just let's move it to 20 away from him so it's going that way. And if that fixes it, then I don't know, because I guess I could check that if I'm inside the player, then move me, and then I don't know. I'm not 100% certain if I'm going to keep it as a rigid body as well. I might do the game maker route where I just kind of did simple physics because it just worked. Though best engine, well, I think it's the best engine, but yeah, a few people are like, no. Okay, so that was the issue. How do I stop it doing that then? And I can still move those heads about, yeah. Oh! I know how to stop that. I just make it so it can't collide with the player. Oh. Damn. Okay, that wasn't what I thought was going to happen. So that should go through the floor, right? Let's just check. Yeah, that goes through the floor. That's a bit of a weird one. I want it to not... And where am I adding? I'm adding to the parent, which will be... It'll always be level, which is right.
Stop. Just for a moment.
Yeah.
At Dorset Cereals,
Oh,
we believe you
maybe it's
deserve a
something to do with
breakfast
that.
worth slowing down for. So why not lay the table tonight? With one of our delicious granolas baked with jumbo
This is me
oats and
confused
crunchy
again.
nuts. To give you more time tomorrow morning to join us.
Is that the
at
layer
Dorset
I'm
Cereals
on, and the layer that I'm
breakfast
looking
on the slow?
towards? Let me just see if that goes through.
This
Then I know. It's...
spring, Disney Plus brings you more with Star.
Here we go.
More brand new originals like the Oscar-nominated Nomadland.
I'm not homeless. I'm just houseless.
New shows
Oh,
like Godot
no.
starring Kat Dennings.
I'll see you there.
And Grownish starring Yara Shahidi.
You are so right.
Plus series you love like 16 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
So that's what I
Calm
collide
down.
with.
And over 300 episodes of
And that's what
Family
layer
Guy.
I'm on.
There's more to discover with Star.
I'm ready.
That
Only
means
on
that
Disney Plus.
this
18+
should-
subscription required. T's and C's apply.
shouldn't. Oh man. Let me just try something. No, because they'll just all collide with one another, so... In theory, this should work, right? Oh wow. Does Kinematic Body 2D's Transform have a basis? What do you mean by basis? It's the best engine if you're looking on Linux. Yeah, Linux, I would say it's easily, Godot's the best engine for that, by far. Hey, Roland again, how you doing, man? Just updated. And then now I can't export to Android anymore. Yeah, I'm going to hold on for the update just for a while. You have to get the exporter. Yeah, I don't know if it's as simple as that. Sometimes with Android, you've got loads of weird setups to do, but it should be the same, right? Yeah, it sucks, but it's not like the release of a game every day, so it's not much of a big deal. Yeah, that's true. Right, so... Plop. Yeah, it worked. My theory was that I've moved the player out of the way by the time that spawns. That's what I tried to do. Now I'm like, what if So I want it to collide with just the environment but not the player. Which I thought putting it on the environmental layer only would be it. There we go. Is that right? Because last time that wouldn't have worked. I mean, obviously I've got to make this explode. Oh yeah, I don't want to do that. Is there any way I could... Oh no. I kind of don't want them to be collided with themselves, because I think that would just cause a lot of issues. Why is the head there and nothing else? Is it just showing the last one? Yeah, it's showing the last one in it. So they're all there. Yeah, they're all there. Yep, that's right. Just all at the same place. So obviously they're not colliding with one another, which in this scenario is probably the best. So now I can just add in some random forces on them. See how that works. See, do I want to do that on the player on the object itself? Because I don't need to put a script on this anymore. No, I will, because I want to delete it after a certain while. I'm going to do it in the play because I want to get the player's momentum, and then in the with the polish, not right now, and then add the momentum onto the body parts, just so they don't just go like that every time. You know, if he's running to the left, I want everything to go to the left. Keep the momentum. Godot is the blend of game engines. It just needs, yeah, it's got. So that's what I say to people with Godot. It's a fantastic engine, but it's playing catch up, right? It is. But like a year ago, it was growing quite fast, and now it's growing crazy fast. The amount of Unity developers that's come over and just been like, oh man, you know, this is awesome. Myself included. I used Unity for years, and I didn't really hate Unity. There was just lots of issues around it, and maybe when Godot starts to get big, it'll have the same issues, which I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. Right. Chevy, I need your help for this one, bud. What would I want to use in a rigid body to add forces, like an initial hit, not like adding, but just you hit it once, it goes off. Like central force. Impulse. Apply impulse, there you are. Let me just look at it. Applies a positioned impulse to the body. The impulse is time dependent. Applying an impulse every frame would result in frame dependent force, which I don't want. For this reason, it should only be used when simulating a one-time impact. Brilliant. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Use the force function otherwise. Position uses rotation of the global coordinate system. This is centered at the object's origin, which is in the center. That's fine. Now I want to learn how to use it. So the offset is where on the body you're going to hit it. So I'm going to say I want it to be random. Vector 2. Random. And range, let's go -1 to 1. This, I hope this works. It might not. And then, what's that? Yeah. And then the impulse vector. I'm not really sure what the impulse vector is. That like the strength, right? Oh, add force. Adding force increases over time. Impulse is instant. I'll try. Yeah, I want the impulse if it works the way in my head. But yeah, if that doesn't work, I might go down the add force route. Now, I think it should work the same, right? Because if you add force just once, I would imagine that would set it off in motion. That's how I thought rigid body works. I never ever touch anything physics based. I did loads in Unity, so I should remember it, but I don't. So I'm guessing impulse vector is how hard you hit it. This is going to be a little bit more. Do you have it right? I don't know, mate. We'll see. We'll see. Just do the same again, right? Might not use downward. You know, obviously, if you get hit, you don't want any objects to go directly down. Let's see. Kind of. It needs to be a little bit more dramatic though, right? Nope. I mean, it's doing what I want. It's kind of going like it to go up a bit more. Let's just go crazy, right? I think this might be a bit stupid, but we'll try it. Blop. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think that's a bit too violent now. I might have it so, you know, when it's rolling around the ground, I might just have it so the friction's not so strong. So let's see what it looks like when I go through the laser. Bloop. Yeah, I'm going to have it so it goes more up than down. I don't know how to do that though. Let me just smell this a sec. No, actually I want to keep that. Head wall surfer, yeah, stuff like I want it so if it kind of how does this work? Could it roll in the air like this, but if it hits something then it adds friction? That's what I want. I don't want it to have friction all the time, just friction when it touches the ground. So have I done it the opposite way? Is it that? Like basically, Chevy, I need help again. What value do I need to make them go up more? Like a bias to going upwards. Oh, that works. They're a little bit floaty as well. How do I... A bit too violent as well. Why is it we enjoy watching exploding bodies? Because we're all secret serial killers. Of course we're on Twitch, right? Yeah, we're on Twitch. Now I'm interested, does this even matter, you know, the offset? Or is it just we're going to apply it centerfold? So I'm just going to experiment. So it's going to be boring as I'm tweaking, but here we go. Kind of. Let me just full screen it so I can... Yeah, I'm alright with that. I just don't want it to be as floaty. Yeah, I want the... It's like they're in space a bit. Is it something to do with this, which I could change? Yeah, gravity's... That might be something to do with it. Physics, material. What on the actual rigid body itself? Let me go up. Oh, it's right there. Friction. Oh, nice one, mate. Appreciated.
Yesterday, you weren't thinking about
The body's
your money.
friction.
You were thinking, is there anything more boring?
So would this friction only occur when it's touching the
Thinking
ground?
about your money. So why not start using the spending tracker in the NatWest app to help you keep on top of your
Oh,
spending?
could add a little bit of
Then
bounce. I wouldn't mind a
tomorrow,
little bit of
you can
bounce.
start planning what colour you're going to paint your new living room. Camel or sand? Knowing your money's in better shape than it was
Subtracts the
yesterday.
bounciness from the
NatWest,
collider
tomorrow
objects.
begins today.
Bounciness
Available
instead
to
of adding
personal
to
and
it.
Premier customers aged
No.
16 plus. App criteria.
So I'm going to
All episodes
experiment
streaming
with
from
doing
Friday.
free gravity. I think it
Falcon
might...
and the Winter Soldier.
See, I imagine
An
the stronger the
all-new
gravity, the
six-part
harder the
original
explosion
series
going
from
upwards
Marvel
going to be.
Studios lands on Disney Plus
The world's upside down right now.
this year.
I have a plan.
Really, thanks, Chevy. I really appreciate this.
Here we go again, huh?
And take off. Falcon
Oh,
and the
bit too
Winter Soldier,
bouncy.
So hard.
a Marvel original series. All episodes.
Kinda like it, though.
Friday, only on Disney Plus. The home of Marvel. 18
Mini
plus,
game, you've got to avoid your own body
T&Cs apply.
parts. If they touch you, you die. Bloop. That's... oh yeah, I've got to do it. Oh, I've got a bouncy part over here. Bloop. I just noticed something then. My character kind of stopped in a weird way. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll stop. Alright, maybe I went a bit too much with the bounce. Maybe. Yeah, thanks mate, appreciate it. I think it's alright. Oh, mate. That is a hard to say name. For an English palette, it's really difficult. Is it Parhaz? I don't know why it looks familiar. Collab. I've never done a collab in my life. But yeah, I'd be up for it. I mean, it depends on what. If you're like a super serious YouTuber, streamer, it's kind of pointless because I'm just not like that. But yeah, if you like whatever, you want to have fun, then I'm open to do collabs with anyone. Open. Okay, so let's see. Do you know what? I don't mind that. And even though that with the collision collider, it isn't the right size for all of them, it looks alright. Now, they're not going to stay that long as well. You know, it's not like you're going to be playing the game looking at body parts. You might do, if you like that. See, that's... Oh. We've got a drawer in here. That's interesting. See, what I think what's happening is the blood's drawing because it's just touching a body part. I'll have to jump in the air with the laser, see if it does it. Maybe. Oh! I know what I think's happening. Is as the blood's coming down, I think it's colliding with this and drawing. I don't know, it's some weird bug, I'll figure it out. I think I'm alright with the body parts. I think I'm going to try one more thing, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of blood on them. You know, as they're moving through the air, they squirt a bit of blood. The sliced through the middle death was so cool. Thanks, mate. I don't know. It'd be easy just to show because it's. There's 3 deaths for the swing blade. I really liked it, and I had so much fun doing it. I want to focus on doing really complicated, gruesome deaths. Now, the one you're seeing at the moment is just a generic default. This is what you get until I put a proper death in. I might keep it for something that would make you explode, but why would spikes make you explode? What I want to do with spikes, I want a player to be impaled and then slowly slide down him. It's messed up, but you know. What's that there? Butterfly spawner. Maybe it's something to do with that. One thing I don't like about this as well, if you look at the blood colouring, it's really bright. But that looks awful when you paint the world with it. That's a bit of a weird one as well. It's always this. There you go. Now the blood needs gravity on it as well. So the three is that you have the head come off. You get cut in half horizontal and cut in half vertical. That's the horizontal one. Now the horizontal one for some reason stays, and then the player can move it around. I don't know why I've done that. It's kind of weird and fun. I just noticed that body part touches the other body parts. But now obviously that's a lot of rigid bodies on scene, and I know that most people are not going to be able to run that, probably that, but it would get pretty, you get to the point where you can't even touch the ground because it'd be body parts. So one trick of what I do is, if you see this blood texture, what I'll do is when you restart the level and if a body part's still, I'll paint it on top of the blood texture, so it looks like it's still there, but it's not, it's a texture. And that way we'll be able to get tons and tons of body parts and not an issue. I think you have the axe on the same collision layer as the world, unless that's intentional. No, I think you're right. It's weird because it's only doing it around here. It's funny when you want it to happen, you can't. Yeah, it's a weird one. But yeah, it's a layer issue. I know it'll be a small fix, but it'll be an arse to find. Right. So, what else have I got to do? I've kind of done it, but I need to put a check in. So I've now got to put a check in. Hey, has this object that killed you? Does it have a generic? Is it a generic death object? Then do the generic death. If it isn't, then it's got its own specialized object, death object. So that way you don't do the generic death, because we don't want body parts coming when you can see a head come off. You've got two heads. But yeah, I don't know the best way of doing it. It's very code bory strict to do as well. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to make an object where you can collect it in the air and it will keep your dash going. I was going to do the laser death, where it splits the player in two where it touches, but I'm not really sure how to approach that just yet. Where was it? Triggers. SS star should be down here or up here. Oh, come on. Oh, there you are. So, I was thinking about having a potion, but then I'd be like, well, potion's like a physical object. How is that going to be just staying in the air by itself? And to collect the dash, you have to be in the air, so it would make sense just using a star. Now, this is just placeholder stuff, but it gives an idea of what I'm trying to go for. I'll call it dash star. Yeah, I don't know if you're still here. I think it's Prahaz that about the collab. If people want to do things together, just my Discord group is in the Twitch stuff, and it'll be in the description of this video, or my other videos. It might not be this video. Where would I want to save this as well? It'd be saved under triggers. Effects, triggers. Yeah, because it's a trigger. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, see, I would like it so it doesn't have that shine. I don't really do borders as well. Never mind, it's there. Now, I'm going to make it a bit bigger than the star, just so, if you just miss it, it'll be annoying, so I'll give it a little bit of a leeway. I watched YouTube a conference once where the dev said you shouldn't worry about what's logical unless your game is simulation. Don't know if I agree with it. Oh yeah, you mean the game mechanics? Yeah, totally agree. Like, I don't think you should try to go for realism in games, because you don't play games to have a real experience unless you play a simulator. But yeah, with the potion, it's like, if I can avoid doing something that is totally illogical, I probably will try, and put something in that's a bit more fun. I'll do that. I think a star's better than a potion, and it's also got a Mario thing, isn't it? It's like, oh look, a star, you get an effect out of that. Well, you do out of a potion. So that's always going to be playing. What do I want to do? Do I want to do the... Yeah, I want to do it in the player. And I want to make sure it can touch the player. It's object and a creature. Its mask is the environment, which the player does touch. I'll just leave it as that then. Actually, it touches the object creatures too. And I'm gonna... What do I want to do with this? You know what, I'm just gonna call it... That way I can look for any object that the player touches. If it is an object that does a dash reset, then I can reset my dash. Right. Scripts. Does it need a script? Nope. Oh, actually, that's a bit annoying because the collision node groups single. Yeah, I always thought that the physics, the kinematic body 2D had signals to look for body entered, area entered, but it doesn't. So I'll just do it on the dash star instead. In that case, I don't need that. I want it to be able to touch the player. And because it's a body, which my player is, oh yeah, I'd have if you had one on here. Effects, triggers, nope. So that body entered. And I'll just be like, hey, if this body touches you, if body is in group player, so I know it's definitely my player that's touching it, I want to then say body
This spring, Disney Plus brings you more with
dot
Star.
Here we go.
can
Brand new
dash
originals like the
equals true.
Oscar-nominated Nomadland.
I'm not homeless. I'm just
Oh, that's right.
New shows
sec.
like Dollface starring Kat Dennings
I'll see you there.
and Grownish starring Yara Shahidi.
Can pause jump.
so
I need to
right.
change
Plus
that.
series you love like 16 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
It's true, and I also want
Over
to
300
delete
episodes
this.
of Family Guy. There's more to discover with
Let's just
Star.
see if it works.
Only on
Now,
Disney Plus.
when the player
18 plus
dies
required.
and
T's
the level
C's apply.
restarts, this won't be there anymore, so I don't know if I just want to put this in a pool out of the way and then just put it back when the level restarts. Or maybe I only want... Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's put one just here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it collides, but it doesn't seem to have like a signal for it. How I used to do it is I would put an area 2D on the player itself, and that would be its hitbox, like anything that goes in that side, and then I'd have separate colliders for the kinematic body. It's got a little bit messy. So, blop. Oh. It's not on the right layer. This is me in layers, mate. Bad. It's gotta be one of these. Move and collide actually returns a collision that you can check. Move and collide. How does that work then? Is it not using signals? Let me have a look, because I don't know about that. Move and let's have a gander. Movement and collision. When moving a human body, you should not set its position. I don't think I do. Property directly. Instead, you use the so I'm using move and slide. These methods move the body along a vector. and instantly stop if a collision is detected with another body. After the has collided, any collision response must be coded manually. This method takes why didn't they just keep with, because every single collision apart from this seems to be signals, why wouldn't they have signals? Cool. I don't think I want to go down that route, because I know I need to like know it properly, if you know what I mean, before putting it in. Oh, did I? There we go. So, experimental time. Let's try Control D, Control D. It needs some sort of like effect when you touch it as well. And sound. So, oh. Say what? Did I do something stupid? I'm really confused. It's the same code though. Right? So, I'm just going to miss you and go. So why am I collecting that star and not the other? What have I? Because it's the same code. Wouldn't that be the same? Oh, it's not. It's not on it's not on the player mask. Why is it not? But this one is, which is. Oh, what? That's a little bit concerning. Oh, not now. Yeet. I think that answered my phone. Rang me at the worst time. I'll get a message back in a sec. Collision layer. This describes that the object appears in and mask. This provides what the layer, the body, will scan for collisions. Got you, Ron. Thanks for that. I do need to properly get that in my head. The layer is so the collision layer. It describes a layer that the object appears in. So it's like, so I'm going to say, right, that's me in the world, and the mask is who I'm looking for. That's how my brain has to do it. So in that case, the dash star only wants to look for the player. It will only collide with the player. Doesn't really. Now I don't need to worry about him. Yeah, he doesn't matter if he's in the world or not. Because nothing's gonna. Oh, brain. Doesn't help that I'm doing it the opposite way round, because normally I would do it on the thing that goes into it, you know. That should work though. Thanks for that. Make sure this is updated. It has. Oh, I forgot to put the blood particles on the body parts. I'll do that in a second. Times it. Yeah, I'll do that and make him move. Yeah. Blop, blop, blop. Okay. So, oh, that's weird. I need to sort that out. So many things. You know what would be really cool? You know, on the... I don't mind the body exploding on the spikes, but what I'd like is if the body parts went up, and if it landed on the spike, it would kind of like stick on the spike, if you know what I mean. That's kind of, you know, like, especially if it was like that could be a cool achievement, like, your head comes off and it lands on a spike, like a head on a spike. No, I was actually thinking it might be a parenting issue, like, but... yeah, if you've got ideas, don't hold back, because I need quite a lot of help these days. I mean, I've been doing Godot for just over a year, but so many things I don't know about it, which I like. I like that. I got a bit bored of Game Maker when I got to the point of where, you know, there's only so much you can know about that engine. Now it's massively improved, but I was doing 1.4. And once you've kind of learned everything, it's like, well, that's it. And now it's like, if you want something new, you've got to make it yourself. Whereas Godot's got tons and tons and loads of hidden resources. Like, I didn't even know about image texture until only recently. Death Simulator. Oh, mate, that... Yeah, screw doing this. I'm going to Death Simulator. To be honest, the death parts are the most fun for me. I figured that in a game where you are going to die a lot, like, that's the whole point, right? It's a rock hard game. So make the deaths fun. I also want to make it so the deaths kind of like have a bit more purpose. Now, I don't want to go down the route where you fall on a spike and then you can use that body because it's been overdone. But I don't know, so just something, I don't know. I'm going to add achievements like so many deaths, and if you find all the types of deaths and stuff like that. But I don't know, something a little bit more interactive. Whoa. You? Oh, you got me. Yeah, sometimes when I'm I like playing this because it's just fun. Like, I'll set myself like jump between there and there, and it just feels nice when you do it. But I need to get making levels soon. So I want to put some blood particles on the body part. Have I got any pre-made stuff? No? I thought I would have something. Let me just check my particles. Particles? I swear it would have been my FX. Blood. Oh, we've got jump down, jump ups. We've got the laser particles. Now we've got step particles. Yeah, I haven't got any blood particles. I can make them. Why did you do that? In this instance, I probably do want it to be point. Yeah, a bit like that actually. Gravity, I do want some gravity on. I'm just going to leave it as is. Initial velocity, I guess I want it to squirt out of the actual object, but it could be any direction. I want the texture to be the blood particle. But I don't think I want the blood particle to be that big. And then I want to random it a bit, and I probably want to scale it down too, so eventually it just disappears. Give it a little bit more life. Also, I want it to be not tied to the object, so it can go on its own path. Take that away. I might just try putting this on it just to see what it looks like. It's a bit crazy, but why not? This is going to be pretty hard to know where to put it because look at every object's going to be a little bit off-centered. I guess spot on in the middle, right? There's only two objects. Yeah, those two, and it might look weird then, but if I put it about here, it should be fine. That's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Let's put it behind it as well. Just hide that a second. Kind of. Let's just see what it looks like. What I'm doing at the moment is just putting lots of stuff on it. Just get it in, cram, and then I'm going to go, right, I've got everything in I want to have in. This needs fixing, that needs optimising, this needs better art, and that way, that should work. Plop. Can't really see it, can you? Have I not? I don't think it's coming out. Let's make them. Let's make it live really long just so I can. And bigger as well. And I'm just going to do the offset the colour just so I know it's there for sure, because I don't think it's even there. Have you got anything that works? Okay. Maybe use white. So that's a fair amount of blood, right? I'm struggling to use Inkscape. I haven't used it in months watching tutorials. I love Inkscape. It's the only thing I can draw in and not be too bad because it's a little bit more numbers rather than actual pure skill. So yeah, right there you can see the body part that I put in earlier. That's got blood on. There you go. Now it's a bit too much, but it's there. That's better. They don't stop. Cool, okay, I can live with that. So what I would need to do is on player def, check for every single body part and remove the particles just for now. Do we not have a cleanup thing? Where are you? There you are. So when we restart, we put the player back to where it was, we go player ready and we do the cleanup. And then I'm going to check for every object in get nodes level cleanup and I called 3 on it. Which means I should be able to put that on the blood particles and it should work. Inkscape is irritating me for the last while, keeps crashing on me. Are you using it, yeah? Does anyone have like any screenshots I can look at before I go away? Like, normally when I used to stream a year ago, like look, so many people like, oh, can you see my game? And I'd look at it, it'd be really fun. Right. So you can see they're still bleeding, they stop bleeding, but the body's there. That's what I want. Much better. That's really gonna bug me. It's something right there though, it's never anywhere else. Ah, there it is. I'm going to see if I can quickly find that out. If not, I'll do it off stream. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Pop. Boom. Boom. Blah. Okay. Oh, I noticed there's no blood on this side as well. So the issue is that my my screen boundary is from this to here, but I'm just saying, hey, just use this number at the moment, which is from about here to think around about here. So I need to do the distance from here and work it out. I'll do that off stream because it's a bit boring. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, people. I'm going to make a move. I lasted longer than I thought I was going to last, so I'll give myself that.